What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we've got the top 4 from the Denver Vault Tour to be having a little bit of a look at. Now, the names on the screen are not actually correct, unfortunately. They will change in a moment. I don't think we've got the deck list either, which is a bit of a pain, so we'll have to see what we can do without the deck list. So, Nathan, for the moment, plays a Hunting Witch. Hunting Witch is great, or the Hunting Witch is immediately removed, unfortunately, by Elliot's Brobnar, which is a little bit of a pain, but what can you do? That was Punch that deals 3 damage to a creature. Now, he plays down a Troll, and it looks like that's the end of his turn. Hunting Witch is a great turn 1 option, because you then get an Ember every time you play a creature. That goes away. Now, the good news is that he does get himself down a Shadow's Creature. He does get himself down a Seeker Needle and a Long Fused Mines, which is going to be helpful. And it looks like a Dusk Runner chooses not to play the Speed Sigil, discards it instead. Now, Speed Sigil makes the first creature played each turn come into play active. He could have actually done that, but then Elliot's creature would have come in active. And Nathan's like, you know what? It's not worth it. Not doing it. You can't make me. So an interesting little decision there to be made. Now, Joel, he did go Brobnar last turn. It's going to be interesting to see which he goes. So it looks like he goes Sanctum here. And just gets a couple of creatures down very nicely. But that's the end of his turn. He's still not building up much of a board here. And that could come back to hurt him in the long run. Now, it looks like we're back to Untamed here, and we see a regrowth to get the Hunting Witch back with a Snufflegator going down, and Flaxia gets 2 Amber if you've got more creatures in play than your opponent, which he definitely does now. So that's going to help him out rather nicely indeed. So we do see Daniel there. He's already up to 8 Amber. He's really rolling quite quickly there. He's got himself a very nice setup. Now, we do see a Protectrix on Joel's side of the field, which lets you fully heal a creature which can't be damaged next turn. And it looks like a Loma Flame Fist coming down from Joel, as well as a Loot the Bodies. I want to say that's Loot the Bodies, which is going to allow him to essentially gain Amber when creatures are destroyed, which is going to be handy. For the remainder of the turn, gain 1 Amber each time an enemy creature is destroyed. So there's Troll, and Troll does a lot of good. Especially the fact that you heal when you reap. Troll can help you out here. Troll, I've seen some really good multiple Troll decks. When you reap, you heal 3 damage. And you're an 8 power creature, so yeah, that's pretty good. That gets you quite far quite quickly. It looks like that is the end of his turn. He's also got a Frankus, which when an enemy creature is destroyed fighting Frankus, you capture an Amber. Now, we do see Dust Pixie go down after we see the first Keyforge. Dust Pixie gets you 2 Amber, plus you do get the Amber because there's a Hunting Witch still in play. So Daniel here, he's really just rushing Amber. Now, it did seem like he played Grasping Vines to get rid of an artifact, but he's doing a really good job here of just building up his Amber, and he's largely gone Untamed so far, and that's what Untamed does. He's not really been stopping Joel's board setup. Looks like he's reaping with Flaxia and reaping with Snufflegator. Now, it looks like is that Nature's Call, which basically picks up creatures. Return up to 3 creatures to their owner's hand. Interesting he didn't go for Dust Pixie there. Dust Pixie would have got him 3 Amber had he picked it up and played it back down. But he was rushing, and he's got a lot of Amber now. So what he's basically saying is, now that I've done the rushing, I've forged a key, I've got 8 Amber on board, I don't need to keep rushing. It is better for me to start playing a little bit of keep away. So now Joel's going Sanctum. Oh, now he does drop a Doorstep to Heaven, puts both players down to 5 Amber. So actually going Dust Pixie would have been a bad idea. So Daniel probably knew he had the Doorstep to Heaven. He knew he hadn't played it yet, so Yeah, and then we do see the capturing there. So, yeah. That was a really good turn from Joel. Joel needed that. Joel needed to play the doorstep to heaven to stop Daniel going. And Daniel here, you see, both of those Sanctum creatures, they're not doing anything. Frankus and Protectrix, they don't get to reap because they're not there. And that's huge. Now, we do see Daniel going Sanctum here. Sequence comes down, captures an Amber. That's pretty handy. I think that was... yeah... Sorry, Raiding Knight. That's a Raiding Knight that captures it when you come down. Although there is a sequence as well that when you reap, you capture an Amber. That's the one on the far right of his battle line. You can see why I might get confused on that one. It's easily done, ladies and gentlemen. We also see Terms of Redress grabs you an Amber bonus. Choose a friendly creature to capture 2 Amber. And he's popping it on the Snufflegator. I love me some Snufflegator. So, we are seeing a really powerful turn here. He's playing Inspiration, ready and use a friendly creature. And he's actually going with Carlo Phantom there, one of his Shadows creatures. He's got Elusive and Skirmish, and when you play an artifact, you steal an Amber. So this is nice. Daniel does seem to be running away with this a bit. Joel did stop the doorstep to heaven. Dropping that down last turn stopped Daniel actually being able to forge a key, but Daniel's got one and he's gone straight back on to check with 7 Amber. So, I mean, look, Doorstep to Heaven's a great card. And it will slow, and it basically guarantees, well, it doesn't basically, unless there's something that reduces the cost of forging a key like a Titan mechanic, it does stop your opponent forging. The problem is, it doesn't do anything the following turn. Your opponent can keep rushing. Now, Loma Flamefist comes down and just appears to be taking out the Hunting Witch. Of course, every time Daniel plays a creature here, he's getting an Amber. Hunting Witch is one of those ones you've just got to take down. It's Full Moon as a permanent skill, and you can see how well Daniel's Amber rushing. You also see he's forged 2 keys. Joel doesn't even have any Amber on board. He's got a Screech Bomb down, and that's lovely. He's got another artifact down. But the fact of the matter is, there's nothing there. He's got no Amber when his opponent's already got 2 keys. Now, it looks like he's got an Iron Obelisk down, which will increase the cost of forging a key by 1 for each damage-friendly Brobnar creature. So Daniel's going to have to pay 8 here. But you see that Daniel's in this beautiful position where he's reaping with Snufflegator, reaping with Flaxia, reaping with Dust Pixie. He's playing Nature's Call, and now he does pick up his Dust Pixie, there we go, while doing a little bit of disruption on the Sanctum side. He's even leaving Loma Flamefist down because, okay, Loma Flamefist is increasing the cost of forging by 1, but playing this Dust Pixie with, well, it's going to get him 2 because there's no Hunting Witch out, but that still leaves him 1 up. Now, he's sitting there at the moment. He's got 6 Amber. Now, we do see some stealing coming down, and he's got a Fagin. So, Joel has saved himself a turn. Only 1 turn, mind you. But he saved himself a turn. The Urchin came and stole, and that was quite nice there. And Magda the Rat comes down. When you play, you steal 2 Amber. When it leaves play, your opponent steals 2. I feel confident Daniel's going to be able to take that out, even though it's got Elusive. He might not even want to. He might just reap. I mean, if he goes Untamed, he can reap for 3 Amber next turn. So, Joel's done a great job. And this is why you play Shadows. Joel, now comes in the Long Fuse Mines. Deals 3 damage to each creature not on a flank, if I remember correctly. Which is why we saw the non-flank creatures, rather than the flank taking damage. Now, the Loma Flamefist is going down here. So, look, Joel's... there's an Oubliette to Purge. Now, that's not Destroy, that's Purge. So, Fagin's a good card. Fagin's been purged by Oubliette there, so that's really good. And the problem is that Joel is able to slow Daniel down here and there. But he's not actually stopping Daniel from getting the Amber. So he had to turn with Doorstep to Heaven, and he had to turn with the Stealing, and they were lovely. But every turn where Joel stops Daniel the next turn, and there we go, he's already won. He's sitting there with 8 Amber. The problem was Joel was spending his resources trying to stop Daniel forging, and Daniel, Okay, he had a couple of Nature's Call there, but that's all he had. He had a couple of Nature's Call to play a little bit of defence, and on that last turn there he had Long Fuse Mines and Oubliette. But really, Daniel just rushed for Amber, and he seems to have a really nuts Untamed suite with a Flaxia, the Hunting Witch, Nature's Call, etc. And lots of Untamed suites incidentally do this. And he was just able to rush for victory. Joel had some good turns there, but it just wasn't enough. And although he stopped Daniel forging, Daniel just had enough there that he could get the Amber back and just go for it. A fairly brief, unfortunately, fairly brief game, but I kind of enjoyed seeing Untamed do what Untamed does. So thank you to the lovely Cascade Games for letting me use the footage. Thank you to Daniel and Joel for being on stream. Thank you to you lovely ladies and gentlemen for watching it. And you know the deal, tell me what you think about this game in the comment section. Go nuts, be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, and follow me on Twitter at the Wossy, where we talk Keyforge and a whole bunch of other games. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Ross, and you've been watching Wossy Plays.